right, and we are live. What's going on? What's happening, y'all? I got another one from a Phil Scott show here, where a self-proclaimed baddie is having problems getting men, and of course she has to cope and come up with a whole bunch of blanket excuses for it. But let's listen to these weirdos. Smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe, you guys. What are you waiting on? Drop a comment during the live stream. Greatly appreciate it. But during a replay, gang on gang, drop a comment as well. It helps, I'm saying, the channel grow, towards the algorithm. Everything helps towards the algorithm. Any kind of engagement, okay? Even if you hit the dislike. No further ado, let's get right into it.
Social media in particular has really messed up the whole ecosystem, especially for a lot of the men. And I'm gonna say why it's messed it up, because it's given attention to people that would have never got attention before, right? Case in point, sometimes, they get on the internet and they say why guys always trying to seek to humble certain ladies. Case in point, I want you to watch what this lady has to say.
It's so overwhelming sometimes to be a baddie, because it don't matter what you wear, what you try to go outside looking like, everybody's gonna stare. It don't matter if you don't wear no makeup, you wear some makeup, people are gonna stare, and there's nothing you can do about it. You literally just have to deal with it, unless you literally try to hide every time you go outside. But who has time for that? Nobody. So yeah, it's just like, dang, it just gets overwhelming sometimes. Like, sometimes you just don't want nobody to look at you. You just want to act like you're transparent. It's not gonna happen. So just got to get used to it and deal with it.
Now, ma'am, if people just did not pay attention to you at all, and like you said, they looked just right through you, not at you, that would mess with your self-esteem. Let's just call that what it is. And also, just because somebody's looking at you or quote unquote giving you attention, a lot of you don't have a wedding ring on your hand. A lot of you don't. You say you are quote unquote, and I don't even like that term, baddie. That's what you say you are, but yet you're not married. How come these so-called quote unquote baddies can't get a man to marry them? Can't do it.
Preach.
People look at you, but they don't want to marry you, right? Why is that? Because when they get to know you as a person and they see your personality, they get over the exterior real quick, and they see you just really not a good person to be around. You're arrogant. You think more of yourself than what you should. You can be perceived to think you're better than other people, and men see that. And so after men get past the exterior, they deal with your interior. Let me tell you something. There's no amount of makeup. There's no amount of plastic surgery. There's no amount of hair. There's no amount of anything. Even if you go to the gym every day and work out, it doesn't matter. If you notice, all the ones that people talk about, the quote unquote 8, 9s, and 10s, you notice a lot of them don't even have a wedding ring on their hand.
Single
a lot
as
of them
hell.
don't. Why? And I say quote unquote because that's subjective. Everybody has what they think.
Some of them wearing wedding rings and they're not even married. You know what I'm saying? Some wearing rings and are not even married. Let's put that out there.
What numbers people be in, right? A lot of times they don't have a wedding ring because men just get over it real quick. Yes, that's how you pull a man in with the visual, but how you keep a man is the internal. Make sense? And because you didn't work on the internal and made sure this was good, so you need to work on yourself from here first out. That's really how, especially with a lot of you ladies, right? Work on yourself on the inside. And then when you have that kind of attitude, this is why a lot of men want to humble you. Well, you know why they want to humble you? Is because of your attitude. That's why. You don't hear women that's like just down to earth and all of that, them saying, guys are always trying to humble me, because they're not out there treating nobody like that. If you start talking crazy like that and treat people like that, or dudes like, oh, yeah, I'm going to teach her a lesson. That's usually the way it goes, right? But she needs to stop lying that she don't want nobody to look at her, because attention for them is like a drug.
Yes.
If somebody can synthesize attention and put into something to sell back to them, boy, that person would be a trillionaire overnight. They are addicted to attention.
They are, man.
They really are. Because the ones that don't get attention, look how they act, look how they
act up. They don't get the attention they want. They start trying to reverse psychology you. You don't have no one that wants you, and you're telling yourself that everybody wants you, but they want to humble you, and that's why they're not telling you that they want you. What are you talking about? See, when you let idiots get a hold of some words and Google stuff and try to self-educate themselves, this is what happens, man. They just start putting things together to, you know what I mean? So they can never heal. So they can just justify their inequalities, their insecurities, their traumas. And then they say crazy things like this. Oh, man, everybody wants me and they just don't want to tell me that. And they're trying to humble me. What? What? Dudes? Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, women do this all day long with us. But as far as us trying to, I mean, you might have some guys that like say a few words to you, you know, when you acting crazy in front of them, but going out of our way to humble you, what are you talking about? Y'all do that stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all do that stuff. The ones that are humbling you in your comment section are your beta fans. I'm not wasting no time on you.
They feel how they feel depressed and all of that sort of thing. And then the ones that do get attention, and then, ma'am, you only got a certain amount of years before that goes away. Because you understand? Now the term they would say hit the wall. I would just say it's just the aging process. And because of the aging process, there's always going to be somebody coming right behind you that was your age once. And they're going to pay attention to the ones that was your age once, right? And not you anymore. So if you was kind of smart while you in your prime years, go ahead on obtain your husband, but you won't obtain one because you just have a bad attitude. And that's really what she has. It's just a dude will fool with you. Yeah, he'll knock you down. Yeah, some dudes will trick on you, but you will not get a marriage proposal.
And y'all know y'all have bad attitudes. And you think that your looks will get you what you want and you can maintain your, because in order for you to have a bad attitude, you have a huge ego. And in order for you not to have a bad attitude, you have to have control of that ego. You got to let God take the wheel, let Jesus take the wheel, and allow God to control your ego. And you don't. And it's so unattractive and ugly. So you're putting all this work. And then a lot of women do this stuff subconsciously. Like I see a lot of content creators that are females that might not be bad women, but it seems like they get triggered by what men are saying online. And they just start saying stuff like they start trying to tell you what a woman's value is and what women want, as if we care. As if we care. Y'all are the ones orbiting us. It's not the other way around. We don't care. We don't care. You're delusional. You know what I'm saying? And you got to say this, and I'm going to say it. I'm not approaching any women. If you can't humble yourself to approach me, well, then think about at least trying to reach out for business purposes. But don't ever think that I'm going to get to the point where I'm desperate and I'm approaching. Never. Not going to happen. Just watch me from a distance.
Oh, it's just that simple.
You know what I'm saying? Another one from the Phil Scott show.
Can't do it.
Let me go on ahead and put there we go.
It don't matter if you don't.
What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree? Do you think they're delusional? Do you think that they just keep coming up with different ways to justify their bad behavior and the fact that no one wants them? And instead of them growing, figuring out what they can do and listening to the men that they want, they just go into Delulu land, let their ego take over and let them tell themselves something delusional and insane like everybody wants me, but they are too intimidated and they want to humble me, and that's why I don't have nobody. Crazy as hell. Smash the like button. Go ahead and subscribe, you guys. Join the tribe. I appreciate you joining me on this video. And again, drop a comment and share the live stream, you guys. I'm not cussing, man. I'm not cussing. You know what I mean? Support my growth. Support my growth. Salute, y'all. Appreciate you.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.